Today we will talk about one interesting topic that is regarding stats, but not regarding the user's table stats. We will discuss about the dictionary and fixed table stats. So these are the internal stats which are required to function properly. So since we know that since version 10G, statistic on the data dictionary are mandatory for the cost-based optimizer to work properly. Dictionary statistics are those that are on tables and indexes which are owned by sys and other internal DMS schemas like system, and the statistic on the fixed objects. Fixed objects are the internal X dollar tables and the so-called dynamic performance views or V dollar views which are based upon them. These are not real tables actually, but rather memory structures. The statistic for the fixed objects need to be gathered manually. They are not auto-updated by the automatic statistic gathering. Autotask, the auto stats collection job which we have in Oracle from Oracle 10G, that job collect the users table stats also. Along with that, it also collects the dictionary stats. So it is not required to collect the dictionary stats very frequently, but yeah, for the fixed table stats, we need to do that manually. So when should we collect these stats? So whenever any major changes happen in the database, like any parameter change in database, when we change any hardware in our server, like we have increased the CPU, so that time Oracle should know that something changed in the physical layer. After patching, after upgrade activity, so we need to update these stats that time. And honestly, once a month is a good idea to collect the dictionary and fixed table stats. So I will take the session of my server. So my VM is up. Let me try again. It is not connecting. Let me ping the server. Okay, my server is not responding. Okay, I think it is in hang state. I need to restart the server. It will take 2 minutes or less. So meanwhile, I will explain the concept. So what actually we will do? We will gather the stats of fixed and dictionary tables, and we will also test that how we will revert these stats, because many time happens that you already know that after collecting stats Oracle behaves abnormally. Some sequels starts running slow just after collection of stats. So that thing also may happen if we change the stats of the internal tables. So we should prepare ourselves for that scenario, that how we can revert those stats. So I have also included those steps also in the document, and I will share the document. So let's see our VM is up or not. Almost, almost done. Let me try again. No, not yet. Yeah, now it is up. Sorry for the delay. I will just resize to, yeah. So let me check my DB status. Okay, it is down. I will just start the database. Yeah, so my DB is up. Now just logging in the database. Yeah, so this is my database. Now, so at first we need to identify like what is the current status of our fixed tables. So as I can see, the last stats collection was done on 2nd September, so it is not latest, and 118 objects does not have the stats. So technically stats are missing for these objects. We can check more details about those objects, but first we will check the same for the dictionary objects also. These are nothing but the db underscore synonyms or views which we use, that actually pulls the data from the underlying tables which are owned by the sys. So those are technically the dictionary tables. So this is the status of the dictionary tables. So we have one table only which is latest, and rest are mostly old stats 2023. So we need to gather the stats. So by this way we can come to know that there are stale stats, technically not stale stats but the old stats. Now this way we can check that which tables have the latest and which tables don't have the stats. So as you can see, these are the fixed tables and their stats value. So these are the tables having the stats of 2nd September, and when I scroll down I found those tables which don't have the stats. So right now I will try to gather stats on one fixed table, and the same way I will do for the dictionary tables also. So with this query we can check that the status of dictionary tables. So these are the dictionary tables, and we have old statistics here, and as I go up I will get the tables which have latest stats. So yeah, so by this way we can collect the details about the tables and their stats details. So let's collect stats for few tables. So we have multiple options to gather the dictionary or fixed table stats. We can uh, collect all the fixed object stats using this single command, but at the same time this command will take a long time because it will collect all the fixed object stats. So I'm not showing this, you can try this in your own lab setup. I will try to show you using a few tables because reverting for few tables will be easy to show you. The same way I will do for the dictionary tables also. So I will collect, first I will show you the stats of this fixed table. So as you can see, the fixed table, this is the fixed table, and it have the stats of 2nd September. So I will collect the stats. What is the time right now? It is 13:44, October 19. So I will collect the stats. Yeah, it is done. Now check again. So you can see our stats data changed. Now it is latest. Similarly, we can do with dictionary stats. Either we can do the all dictionary table stats in one go, or we can do for the individual dictionary tables. So I will first check about this dictionary table, that what is its current stats. So as you can see, I don't have any stats for this table, or I can also check here resource plan. Okay, it is not ordered in a proper way. Anyway, no issue. So I will collect stats for this table also. Sorry, might be this object is not there. It is there. Okay, I'm sorry. Dollar is missing. Let me check the status again. Says yeah, now our query is running fine. Yeah, so it have the stats of 2013. It is quite old. So we will collect the stats for this table. Yeah, done. Now check again that is stats updated or not. Yeah, so we can see our stats has been updated. Now let's say you have you did this stats collection activity, and suddenly tomorrow you come to know that your DB is not behaving well. Some queries are running very badly, and you analyzed the plan and found that the queries which are dependent on this dictionary table or on any fixed table on which we had collected stats yesterday. So that time you need to revert the stats on those objects. So how you can do that? So for that we have two options. As you know, by default there is hist retention time, the time till the time Oracle stores the historic stats. So we can restore the stats from there, or we can export the current table stats in the uh, one stats backup table which we can create and export the stats there, and from that table we can import the stats back. So I will show you the first method, that we can use the retention time. So first we will check the available stats, or when the stats got changed for this object. So I will first check for the fixed table. This was the table. So you can see today stats got changed. So whenever you collect stats, Oracle by default stores the data that when the stats got changed, and we can revert to this time. When we revert to this time, so Oracle will revert the stats to that time, revert to the uh, old stats time which was there at this time frame, or we can use the sysdate -1 or 7 method. The same way we can check the dictionary stats also, that when it got changed, owner, and we did with this table. So you can see at this time we collected the stats, so we can revert to this time so that our stats will be restored back to the older value. Now I was telling you the retention period, like till what time Oracle stores the old stats details. So we can check the that detail from this query. So you can see I have the oldest stat of today's afternoon time 12:18. So that is enough because I have collected the stats on 1:14 p.m. and 1:45 p.m. and I have older stats details already there. Ideally it is 7 days. So since I have purged the stats today, that's why I'm not able to see the older stats. But the available stats is enough for me. I can revert back to this time. Now we have two options to revert the stats. Either we can go to the timestamp. This is that timestamp when when we had changed the stats. This is not this timestamp. Yeah, so this is there we need to put this timestamp when we had collected the stats of that object. So I will show you both method. So at first I will revert the stats of this fixed object, and I need to put here the time. So the time was 19th October 24. That is correct. Time is 1:45. So it is 24 hours. So 13:45. Yeah. So I will revert by this way. So first I will show you the current status so that we can validate later. So you can see current stats is 19 October and we are reverting back to its older value. I think that was 2nd September. So let's revert to the time. Yeah, we have reverted. Now check again. So you see our stats got reverted back to its older value. So by this way we can revert back to any time when the stats got changed. Now you can notice we change the stats again. First we collected, then we reverted. So this is also a change. So this will also be logged within in the Oracle. So we can get the details with this query. Now we will get two entries. So you can see the first entry was when we had collected the stats, and the second entry is when we have reverted the stats. So Oracle captures all the details when we change or when we revert. Yeah, so that is the case. And if you want to revert back to this stats, so that time you need to revert to this time because this time we reverted back. Yeah, so by this way we can revert the fixed table stats. One more thing I will show you uh, with sysdate option, with this option. So for this I need to collect the stats again. So let me collect the stats again for the fixed object. I have collected the stats. I will check again. So it is 19th October. Again I need to revert, but this time I will use this state method. So I will use this command, sorry, this command, sorry, this one. So just copy it. It will revert back to the previous day status, but I think I will get error. Yeah, why? Because no historic stats is there, as I think show uh, you in previous step. There was one history. Yeah, this one, the availability of stats. So you can see we can only revert back to this time only, and we are trying to reverting back to previous day, that is 18th October. So Oracle will not be able to revert to 18th, which it don't have. So we need to go back to this time. So technically this time is around 2 hours back. Let's say 1 hour back because we have done the activity 5 minutes back. So I will change this query here and I will convert it into minute. So as I know we done the activity 20 minutes before, so I will convert it into 20 minute. Now I will go back 20 minutes. Hopefully it should done. Yeah, completed. Now if you check the stats again, yeah, so our stats are back. So by this way you can collect and revert the stats of fixed table. Now I will show you for the dictionary objects. However, that is not required, but for knowledge purpose. So in dictionary also you have two options. Either you can do in a single go, it will collect all the dictionary stats in single command, or you can do with the individual tables. So I will collect for this. I think I have collected. I just need to show you the revert status. Yeah, so we had already collected the stats. Now we need to revert this using these two methods. So for this we need to check the stats change history. So this time I collected the stats for this dictionary table. So I can go back to this time, that is 1:47 p.m. So I need to change this query and need to paste this table here, and the time is 1:47. Now I will run this query. Done. I will check the stats. So you can see we got our old stats. The same way I will show you the sysdate method. So first I need to collect the stats again. Done. Just checking quickly. Yeah, collected. Now we will revert using sysdate method or systemstem method. I need to prepare script for this table. Paste the table here, and the same way I need to go back to, using the minutes method because I don't have previous day's stats. So I will use this method, and done. Just validating. Yeah, so it is back to its old stats. So by this way we can collect the dictionary and fixed table stats, and which is recommended to collect on regular basis, and mandatory when we change any structural change or any heavy any parameter change in the database, upgrade, patching. After that we need to do the fixed table stats collection activity. Yeah, so hope this video will help you to understand the concept and try it in your own environment. So thank you very much.